Just wait. Hey, Lady Sarah, you're always on, the first one on. Hi, Suleiman, Lady Sarah. It's amazing Sunday, and I'm always happy to be with you guys on Live Sunday. But before I begin, I want to ask you, let me ask you something before we even begin. I want you to name me one person in your life. Whether that person you know personally or not, it doesn't matter. I want you to name me one person in your life that became very successful, without a team backing them. So I'm going to leave you with that thought, I just want you to write that down, probably DM me later for your answer. For now, let me begin with, again, playing one of my music that I create on Zono with my wonderful brother who's a musician. I write the lyrics, and these are all transformational songs. And this one, I feel like a radio announcer. This one is entitled Thoughts in Motion. Okay? So enjoy the song while we're waiting for others to come in as usual. Good morning, Monica. Who else is there? This is a team I'm having here. People who regularly see me on a Sunday, despite their busy or their weekend or holiday, we still find time to pretty much connect. And this is, for me, it's a privilege to have a live channel where I could connect with you guys on a regular basis, because as much as I try to inspire you guys, I also get very much inspired. Good morning. Hello, Jayota. Oh, yes, I greeted you already. Okay, love you guys. Janos, Angela. Yeah. Hey, from Tajikistan. This is the whole world we're having here. We have also even from Japan. Amazed. From Vietnam and other countries we're having. Very beautiful. Haribo Kalai. From Mauritius we have, hello. I'm having difficulty saying your names because it's all like in, I don't know if that's your real name. Zaki, Maat, Willie Martinez, magandang gabi, kabayan. Arbo, Gada Dardas, Darkshan, of course, Jem, Sati is here with us tonight. Wonderful. Okay. So I'm not going to let this song play too long because you're almost there. So basically, the question I ask is, name me one person you know who has become so successful in their life without having a team. Now, I gave you some time to think about that, but I know you won't be able to think of anyone without a team, because you could see, even everything in life, from sports, from music, like when you speak about basketball, for example, which is a Philippine sports, right? There's always a team of at least 10, because 5 players always are going to be playing first, and you have another 5, which is like a replacement, because it's like more than an hour game. And it's a team. No one could win without playing as a team. So if you look at it, if you look at life from even Marines, soldiers, even boxers like Manny Pacquiao, my favorite boxer, who's a Filipino, Kabayan Manny, right? It seems like he's playing alone, but in fact, if you see him walk before going on stage, and on the background of his training, he has a coach, he has a water boy, he's got a masseur, he's got everything. It's a whole team that supports him, the reason he becomes successful. So in our IG Live, we started this series, 8-week series, and the title is to basically close with conviction. That is the title of our series. And so what's important for me to drive to you tonight is the importance of having a team, because most people in the world, especially if you get into this employment, right? You're just there alone. You're just thinking, okay, let me just make my salary, and I'll just coordinate with the people and sort of like let my life pass that way. But in fact, it's necessary, and this is what's amazing in the network marketing industry, is that we can create a team. And when I speak of a team, it's completely different from just having a group of people. Previously, in my story I have in my previous network marketing, one of my first early network marketing experience, okay, I taught a team. There's 7,000 people who joined me, but they were not a team. They were just a group of people that were just there because I lost them when a new company came in. I lost them really fast. Okay, so I felt, hey, I really don't have a team. Now, when we speak of a team, right, why a team is important? Because a team gives you what you're lacking. Okay, so like I have this point of view, and my peripheral vision is just pretty much like this. I don't have eyes on my back. Okay, so when you have a team, even with one person, okay, he's able to see what you're not seeing in your back. And I'm also able to see what he's not seeing with the back. And me and my partner would always do this back to back. That's what partnership is all about. So just imagine a situation wherein you have more than 10 people. It is really the best leverage you could ever have, because like I could only give 8 hours maximum, 10 hours in a day working. But if you have a team, even a 2-man team, that's completely 16 hours already. Now let's just cover another 10. You know, how many hours would you be having in a day? And when we speak of having in a day, today I have thousands of people doing presentation every day. While I'm sitting here doing IG, there are people actually closing sales, and that's happening in the thousands. Why? Because there was a team I was able to build, and those team built a team over a team over a team over a team. And in fact, if you look at every leader we have today who's able to fill up a VCon, who's able to fill up an event or whatever training seminar, is basically backed up by a team. And so this IG tonight is really about you understanding the importance of building a team. Now, it takes leadership to build a team, because why would people follow you? First, in the beginning, I didn't have a team with me. So what I did, I joined a team, right? My first team was the partner I have. I believed in him. I believed in his vision. I believed in where he wanted to go, because what's important in a team first is that we branded ourselves. See, because a team has a name. Just like, in any team, basketball team, soccer team, they have a name. Manchester City, those different names of soccer, they have a team because they have to relate to that brand. Okay, we are this. We are different from the other team. You know what I mean? So the first thing you need to do is you create a name for your team. And of course, this is brought about by the very team. Okay, what are we going to call ourselves? And normally, of course, those names would be either Knights, or when we started, my partner named our team the V, or the V Grupo. That was our first name. I remember V Grupo, because we were in Asia. We were thinking, okay, we are the V Grupo, and he created a vision for the team. What was the vision of the team? Okay, it's the vision of the birds flying south. So that's why the V. It doesn't stand for VJ but it's the V flying south. So that was the vision. Why the V flying south? Because see, each bird, the leading bird, breaks the wind so that the birds could actually easily fly. So they have this, what is called aerodynamic. Okay, so they're able to fly like this, while the bird in front is breaking the wind. And after that, a new bird would come in when this bird in front gets exhausted. Okay, so that bird in front knows that he cannot keep on heading the wind because he's going to die. So when he gets tired, he goes at the back and a new bird would go in front. And this is the concept of the V. And why it works so much. Okay, because it's not led by one person. There's always be, and you might not see it. And sometimes we allow someone to be heading for one particular time, but that he cannot carry for a long time. He's going to break his back because that's a big load of, just running. But, some people, of course, they want they want to be, they want the power, they want the great, and they just want to always be in front. But you cannot do that in a long time. Even leaders would always have some form of replacement and all of these things. So this is all part of the team. And the reason I want you to understand this, that there's no one particular person that is less important in the team. Even the person who's supposedly just giving 10% is as much as important as the person giving 50%. Why is that? Because without that 20%, you won't be able to complete the 100%. See, even the 1% that's lacking, even if you have this one person who's the weakest in the team, the weakest link in the team is what actually makes everybody strong as well. It's all part of the thing. So now, when we speak of a team, what kind of team do you want to have? Okay, so first, the call to action I want you to do is start creating a name, a brand for your team. Have a vision in place where you would want to go, because the team needs to see what's our goal. What do we want to achieve? Where's the goal? Just like a soccer team, they would not know, okay, what side? Okay, that's our goal. That's where we're going to be shooting. So those things has to be clear. So a leader, together with the team, has to discuss this and have meetings. And, and with the team, you get excited about, moving forward. Why? Because now you know exactly, you have a machine, okay? You have equipment, you have all of these things. And when you go to VCon, you're wearing the same shirt, you motivate each other. And nobody's left behind. Even sometimes, there were many times before I would be so, unmotivated and weak, but my partner would carry me, carry me on his back sometimes. And we have to do that. And this is really what's the beauty in having a team. Even despite our challenges that were happening, immediately we come alive and we're ready to fight and hold arms and hold close ranks. We're back in motion. And this is really the power of the team. So I could not just exaggerate the importance of having a team, especially if you want to be successful. Now, the question right now you should be asking is, Japa, what type of team should I have? Of course, you cannot expect to have a winning team in your first round of play. Like Man City or whatever soccer team, whatever team, sports or music there is, they cannot expect them to be the winning team, okay, their first year, because they're still a weak team. You start with a weak team. Okay, but your purpose is to just fight anyway. Build a team, go play you could do as many tryouts, as many failures you're going to be having. It's okay, because those failures with your team set you in the motion for growth. And one day you wake up, your team is just so strong. And in fact, you attract other, strong people in your team to basically put the input. And one day you'll be the winning team. And that's how, with any team you could see, right? You have to see where they were like some scrumpy team previously. They're so weak. They're shouting at each other. They could not, they're not working as a team. Everybody has their ego, I remember the famous basketball player. Okay, what's his name? Michael Jordan, I remember. He was playing for the Bulls for 6 years. He was like always MVP. He was like the best player, but his team was not winning. Why? Because he's not playing with the team. He was good, but he was not playing with the team, so his team was never winning. But then he realized this, like, what's the point of me being VP, or very important, or the most valuable player, if my team is at the last end? So he started now assisting. He started playing. He started playing as a team player. They call it a team player. And he basically uplifted everybody to the point wherein they became champions consecutively for, I remember, 6 years. Okay, it might be 6 years or 7 years. I forgot the statistics. But this is really what's exciting about it, right? In the beginning, we're all weak team. I remember when we started with my partner, we were also a weak team, and there's people coming in. But see, the people coming in, a lot of them that came in were not necessarily sheeps. You know what I say, sheep, they don't just follow you. In fact, they have their own ideas on how to do things. And this is really what makes a team strong. So in the beginning, I was thinking that if I'm going to build a team, I want everybody to be followers. Because it's easy. They follow me. They follow wherever I go. Until my partner told me, Japa, you're building a wrong team. I said, why? They're following me. But he said, why would you bring only sheeps? Followers, sheeps. Why would it only bring sheeps to war? What would they do? They'll die the first instance. In a war, you want to have tigers, lions, cobras, all the vicious animals. You would want to be on your side in a war. Why? Because these vicious animals would win the game, not the sheeps. The sheeps are nice to have. Right? The soldiers are nice to have, but you have to have, thinking leaders in part. Now, taming those guys is another scene. Having a team of independent, powerful leaders is not easy to manage. That's why people don't want to have a team. They just want a team that would just follow them. Right? Why? Because it's easy. Nobody challenges you, and you love that. So I had to change my mindset and started accepting people challenging me, because the team that I had, that I somehow also inherited by joining the team of my partner, were vicious animals. They were tigers, snakes, cobras. They would not just follow me because I'm a founder of the company. And this is really what makes our company so strong, because they're not bunch of sheeps. Of course, there's also, challenges there. There's difficulty there because everybody is highly opinionated. But what I understood, because they're highly opinionated, is that when you're able to give them the vision of your direction, right, and they make that focus, you're one unbeatable team. Why is that? Because these animals you may have, I'll call them animals, not in this respect, but with their conviction and their nature, okay, they're the winning team. And I'd rather have one lion with me or one cobra with me rather than 1,000 sheep that would just die instantly in a battle. So this is, for me, this is what a team is, okay? So now, how do I attract this kind of teams? Right? Then I have to be very, very open in terms of understanding that diversity is the best thing you could be having. Diversity, because there's almost, in the life we have right now, right? We cannot be the best of everything, right? I cannot do accounting. I could not do a lot of those things that is needed for me to be successful. And that's the reason you have to bring those team in place, because they cover bases that you cannot be covering, right? How could you sleep at night alone and thinking of all the things? You may have the AI tools today, which is amazing. It's also a team there. But, there's nothing like exchanging, right, with a strong team. So I want you to think about this, because this is very important. And tonight is all about you. I'm asking you right now, are you creating that dream team? Because that's what you should be focusing. You know, the compensation plan, the products, all of that thing is wonderful. But without a team who's going to deliver these products, without a team that's going to sell these products for you, right? If you don't have a team that's going to be, there's no team, there's no 1,000 team that's giving presentation for you on a daily basis, how could you do it alone? Like you could be closing, and what are you closing every day? One sale. Where you could be closing 10,000 sales every day while you are asleep. You can go on a holiday. Why is that? Because see, the focus, your focus must be making your team win. See, the reason they would stay with you because they see that your focus, your interest, and I want you to say this with me, right? That their wins is your win, is my win. Your win is my win. So I want to make sure that you win. I want to make sure you have every tools that you need to be successful in our business. Why? Because that's my winning point. My winning point is to see you successful. That's the only focus I should have. And so I will give you all the tools. I will do anything, not anything. I mean anything in the ethical way, but I'll do everything, right? Because your win is my win. And this is really what the power of having a team creates for us, right? And this is about you. So my question to you right now before we end is that your call to action is that you should start creating a team, because you would not be successful in anything you do without a team. And this is where I could be part of your team, and you could make me part of your team if you want. In fact, we are part of your team as Upline C. But whether you're using that, you have that, whether you're using that or not, that's your problem. Because I remember, just like when I'm speaking to you tonight, okay, what makes me motivated is that I'm speaking to you not as Japa, me alone. Me alone, I'm weak. But when the conviction when I come into the camera, the conviction I have when I go up on stage is that I know that behind me, I have powerful teams of lawyers, accountants, the network, the V partners, the VC, they're all there, right? They're all there with me, and I'm here for them. And this is really what the synergy is all about. So there's just no one person who could destroy a team. One person destroying a team, a group of 7, 10 people starting a new company, destroying a 20-year-old company, that's far from happening, Habibi. It's not happening. You know why? Because we are a stronger team, right? We may take some few blows. Okay, fine. But you're not going to knock us out. Come on. We were not born yesterday. And so I just want to end this, that there's going to be the VCon coming, right? I know there's some people saying, there would be no VCon because this person, the chief, is no longer going to be at the V, so there's no VCon. That is the biggest lie anybody could tell you. Why is that? Because VCon is not about me. If I go to VCon and you guys are not there, there's no VCon. Okay? I cannot create VCon. Each and every one of you, what makes VCon? If you don't come to VCon, there's no VCon. But no single person could say, if I don't come to VCon, there would be no VCon. What an egotistic lie is this? You don't come to VCon, if I don't come to VCon, and there were VCons before, I could not come, but the VCon continued. Why? Because all of you were there. You guys appeared, but I couldn't come because I could not fly for some reason. But it did not shut down the VCon. And there's some events that even my partner could not come. It does not shut the VCon. Don't be egotistic to think that because you're not there this year that VCon would shut. Okay, so I just want to close this, close this tonight, and I want to see you at VCon because I'm so excited with whatever is happening in the world of QNet, in the world of the V. There's a reason for it, and expect something beautiful happening. It's a whole cleanup. Okay, and in the era of AI, in the era we're having today, there's nothing to look but forward. Forget about what happened. Okay, forever. I mean, there would be sometimes people. Not everybody would be in our life. Some people would come and go. It's okay. That's fine. It's fine. That's whole their deal. But we move forward. We move forward as a team. And I want you to start building your own team within our team. And this is what makes us strong because we're not just one team. We're not just one big team. We're one big team. Under us, we have many big teams, many teams under us. That's just what makes us strong. So how can you destroy the V team? How can you destroy? You could destroy one team or a few teams, but you cannot destroy the whole V team because the whole V team is composed of thousands of teams. And this is the individual people who are listening right now, and I hope you send this message, okay? So anyway, I forgot to announce earlier that I have a surprise for you starting tomorrow. I've launched my daily jam that you could just copy paste, and every day, starting June 1, there would be a daily jam to inspire you, okay? What you could be speaking to your team, to anyone you built, because all of these are transformational paragraphs, transformational vocabulary, sentences that anchors us to move forward, to be strong. Okay? And so that's all I want to say to you guys. Have a lovely Sunday, and I would see you again in VCon this June 17 to 24. I'll be there earlier because I will be in service serving you guys this coming VCon, as always. Namaste to everyone. This is Freeman Japadas. Have a happy Sunday. Thank you for always coming and attending my Instagram live on Sunday. I almost forgot the topic. Okay. Thank you. Haribol. Namaste. Thank you so much for all being there, for sticking around, for not scrolling, okay, for listening to the music, and wonderful. I'll see you again next Sunday. Thank you so much.